Welcome to Reality After Show coverage of Destination X USA Season 1, Episode 6, the most haunted castle in Europe ever.
Yeah, did that look really like a haunted castle to you?
You know what? Did you watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Was the Red Wedding?
Yes, the Red Wedding, yeah.
It did remind me of that castle.
I can see that, but honestly, to me it looked more like a freaking set than it did a castle. We'll get to it. But yeah, I wasn't that impressed by the dungeon scariness.
The dungeons, those cots were. I don't want to sleep on a cot.
You slept on a freaking beach on bamboo, and you don't want to sleep on a cot?
I'm also the same guy when I went out on Micronesia. So when I went out on Pearl Islands, each player had their own bungalow with a bed, a shower, a TV, and a DVD player, and your favorite movie was waiting for you on your pillow. Mm-hmm. And so, I'm there night 38 out of 39. The last night on my pillow is About a Boy with Hugh Grant. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they're like, oh, Rhino stole your movie, American Psycho. I'm like,
so does that mean Rhino's movie was about a boy?
He claims he stole that from someone else.
Okay.
I don't know. The verdict is still out on that one. I would not be shocked to discover that Rhino's favorite movie is About a Boy with Hugh Grant.
I thought it was going to be like 10 Things I Hate About You or
Faces of Death.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That was his engagement to Miri on Micronesia. That was her favorite movie. She reenacted every scene. But fast forward to Micronesia, I'm out and they're like, okay, here's your tent. And I'm like, excuse me? And instead of my own bungalow with my own bed, shower, and all that, it was a tent with a cot. And I'm like, fuck this. So we had tents, and then there was a group area for everyone. It was like outside they had TV and Xbox and all that, and then inside was another TV, Xbox, and a kitchen, and they and a full bar and all that. So I just grabbed all the shit out of my tent and moved it right to the front of that the inside of that great room deal. And they're like, do you think this is respectful to the other players? I'm like, we can compare resumes. If they feel they deserve it more than me, I'll move. And so that's where I slept.
That's hilarious. So that's a big difference from what they get nowadays, huh?
Well, now they're all at a resort. So
yeah.
Everyone comes like, I wish they'd go somewhere other than Fiji. I'm like, I want to go to Fiji.
I know, right? Fiji doesn't seem like a bad spot. Having seen other destinations and now seeing what they get on Fiji, with maybe every 10 seasons they get a hurricane, it seems like. But if you're just not on that season, it's not too bad.
Yeah. So and then what you got, Samoa? That seems like a lesser scale resort as well.
Yeah. I could see that for sure. But as far as destination,
are you watching Love Island yet?
I started it.
Okay.
So I started. My wife was already 7 episodes deep. So I started on episode 7, which thank God, because from what I could be able to tell, nothing really that crazy happened in the first 7 episodes.
But then
it was a lot of filler.
Yeah.
A lot of filler and a lot of me being like, okay, when are they going to do something? When are they going to do something? When are they going to do something? I get it.
And then the hood of it all.
And then I'm at the part, no spoilers for everyone else out there. I'm just going to say the circumstance. 3 people all of a sudden become eligible to go from the original cast. And one of them might be the person you just said. Yeah. And they just eliminated a person. Yeah. And that's where I stopped. Okay. So I'm to where all the shit's going to break down and go crazy.
Everything is going crazy from here on out. So I will say this is not really a spoiler, but it's something. So on last night's episode, possibly Hutta, who's to say, is hooking up with a dude, and Jay Maya from Survivor 45, her song was playing in the background while they were hooking up in the speakeasy.
Wow, big Jay Maya moving up, huh?
Yeah, she's now Janani K.
Yes, I heard that. Yeah, yes.
So, but her song was playing, and they've been playing some cuts. It's like the budget for music has gone through the roof this season.
Yeah. By the way, very eclectic choice of music.
Oh, very eclectic choice of music.
When I hear this, I'm like, who found this? Like, like, no offense to Jay Maya, I'm sure her or whatever her name is now. I apologize, I'm not 100% sure, but whatever music they find, half the time I'm like, it's kind of like on Love Is Blind, where it's like, where do they find these songs? Like, just
Love Is Blind is the worst soundtrack of any show ever. You and I could write songs for Love Is Blind.
I will say no, but the Whitney Houston, was it Tyga or whoever it is mix that they always have, banger. That's love fine, that.
But the other stuff that's just like it's like some dude at a coffee shop and it's just like, hey, can you talk about having me and losing me? And they're like, oh yeah, I got it. hold my latte.
Yeah, a heartbreak in a hotel room is basically the name of the song.
Yes, but once you catch up on Love Island, go to Whitworth's reels, and she actually does one talking about the music selection.
Okay, I'll have to
pretty funny.
Up. Well, I'm still 97 episodes behind, so
yes,
I will get there, but and trust me, it's a grind. Okay, I get that high. I get why people are about it, and I'm hoping it gets better. Which
you were at the starting point.
Okay, because my wife said everyone's talking about that person and what happens after, but that's when it's gonna get crazy.
Yes, and then honestly, you're on the cusp of the best 2 episodes of television ever, and it keeps going. Like the pulse remains the same.
She said that people are saying that she needs to get serious help. So I'm very interested to see.
I don't know about that. I'm we went from a Hutta hater to a Hutta stan.
Okay,
she's good TV.
Hey, she's probably going to have a long career after this because of this show. But
I'm thinking I know her previous career based on the challenge 2 nights ago. My girl used to be a stripper.
Gotcha.
And knowing that, going back, everything makes a lot more sense.
And one thing I really did notice, very diverse cast. Like they really were really good about doing the diversity initiative, because you don't see that on Survivor or Big Brother or all these other shows.
It's great, and I don't know what the audience breakdown is demo wise. I would guess, just because it's reality tends to be more white. Just let's just say it's 55% white. They are not bothered. I am not bothered by a diverse cast. I'm just like, yes, here's give me every color in the crayon box.
Yeah, we have a diverse world. Let's have a diverse cast. It doesn't need to be whitewashed, and that's coming from 2 white guys. And
Janae, who's on Destination X, which we're about to talk about, possibly one of the whitest girls I've ever heard.
All right, let's get into it.
All right. Go ahead. The episode begins with a look ahead to the end of the episode. There's a twist, and a player who is closest has the power to eliminate. I don't think we needed that at the beginning of the episode.
No, I don't think so either. I will say one thing, though. I am glad that it was a little bit more obscure of a location this time. We didn't get the number Vienna. 1 location. Yeah,
the money was Vienna.
Yes.
So. And for anyone that did not watch our exit interview with Kim last week, she claims that she knew where she was. She got in a fight with Janae that they didn't say, talking about the homeless situation in Hawaii. And she purposely said the wrong place. I posted the interview on Reddit, and it is 100% saying there is no way that is true.
That's crazy to me, right? Like, how do you give up this chance to win this kind of money and like just continuing on in the game because of that situation? I mean, to each their own. Maybe, everyone's different. Everything triggers people a different way. But like, and I'm not saying that didn't happen with her, but like, why give up your game for it? I didn't understand that.
Well, if you looking at the highlights from next week at the beginning of the episode, it was not the same Kim that we had on episodes 1 through 4.
No. Kim, episode 1 through 4 was a dog. Like, she was in there. She was trying to like be savage and make moves and try to
fun,
figure out
even back against the wall, still having fun. And there was a defeatist attitude in like confessionals during the apples and cookies challenge.
Yeah. It did feel like a different Kim, and a Kim that was maybe a little more on the I'm done with this type of scenario.
So for people saying, hey, she's a liar, does bullshit. I mean, I feel her mood agrees with what she said.
Yeah. And she seemed pretty content with the what happened and her going out in the game. So what's there to really lie about? Like, that's what happened to her in the moment.
I felt she's content, but still there is regret. I feel like she had a 50% of both.
She regrets giving up in the game, but she is still affected by what happened, is what I took from it.
But content with her decision. She was like, that was the decision that I needed to make at that time, and I'm resolved in that.
Yeah. And I mean, we'll have to ask Janae when we eventually talk to her and just
I'm sure Janae is going to spill the tea. So, well, we'll get there. I got plenty of notes on Janae. Here we go. So it begins where we ended, and it's a little testy between Pilot Pete and Shane. And Shane says, how many times you gonna shake my hand, bro?
Like, that was such a like alpha male type of like situation. Like, it was just so awkward. I'm like, well, you guys just knock it off. Like, who cares? If you don't like each other, you don't like each other. Like, you don't have to act civil,
Yeah. So, well, Rick, Biggie, and Mac are sitting back. They're drama-free, and they're loving it. And I'm like, that's where to be, especially, looking back at the Kim situation. And Rick reminds the viewers at home that he is playing both sides very well.
Rick's playing a great game. Like, really, Rick's playing an amazing game, and he's on it, man. And he really knows his stuff. I mean, as much as we make fun of his 20 career choices,
he's got 2 more careers here.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently,
the streak continues.
Avid reader, big sound of music.
3 careers.
I mean, the guy is very well versed in all of this. So I think he could go very far in this game.
Yeah. I think it's Rick's game to win. So, well, we are 100 miles from our destination, which Pete at the end of the episode, he was like, I have no idea where we are. And I'm just like, Pete, like, you've literally not gone far at all from the last place from Munich.
Yeah.
The only place that makes sense is Austria.
Yeah. Were you surprised there was no Arnold Schwarzenegger anything in the episode? Like, we got it in the preview, but we didn't get anything in the episode.
I'm okay. I mean, I kind of groaned when they did it in the preview, so I think I'm good.
Yeah. And did you know where Sound of Music was filmed, or I mean, where it was supposed to be located?
I think I knew it was Austria. I didn't know where though.
I had no idea. I
think I knew Austria. So, but we'll get to the Edelweiss of it all.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, all of that that would have been all over my head.
Yeah. So, well, Biggie reveals that Mac is his type. I don't think that Biggie is Mac's type.
I don't think so either.
That's
the vibe I'm getting.
I think there's something there's something Biggie has that might not make Biggie.
Who's to say?
We'll ask. I mean, I don't know. I would imagine it's on the board.
I don't know. I don't want to assume anything, but
I'm not assuming, but I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think it's a logical guess, but
I feel it's a very logical guess.
It's who's to say?
Who's to say? So, all right, goggles off. They're in a castle. There's red and white X's. Could be Denmark. Could be Austria. Could be something else. It's Austria.
It's Austria. Yeah. Yeah. If you apparently if you were I would have thought Rick would have been a sign expert or like a flag or mural expert after everything else we've seen, would have
Nope.
got it right away.
Nope. We'll
We
get
know his weakness.
Rick's off at the beginning of this one. So, well, it's we are in the most haunted castle in Europe. It is the Musum Castle.
I'm gonna look this up if it's actually the most haunted castle in Europe.
All right, fair enough. All right, and you must find a key, or if not, you must sleep in the dungeon. He originally says you don't get on the bus, which no one gets on the bus. So the winner gets to sleep in a room with a view. Allie with the first key immediately. Biggie and Rick then see the clue flags, so they get one. Peter and Janae get one. Shane finds the last key. Mac is last, and I was like, "That's okay. Mac can work her way out of this. We're good."
Mac, I would have thought was going to be the one easily finding the keys. I thought she would have easily seen the little flags on top, but
didn't look
apparently just didn't even look up. And at first I was very confused. I thought there was only a limited number of keys. I didn't realize there was only one person that was going to be out of this thing. So when they kept finding keys, I was like, okay, all right. Also, Musham Castle is called Witch's Castle. It's the most haunted in Austria, but not Europe.
Lies. Yeah. So let's see. So Matt goes to the dungeon. So it's Rick, Peter, and Shane in the library, and then Biggie, Jaina, and Allie in the chapel. And there's a pick of Mozart in the corner and of the chapel. So Biggie's like, okay, we're in Austria. And so the first challenge is in the library. It's a book, and it's Edelweiss. And I'm like, he's like, oh, all about Edelweiss. Oh, this is so, of course. And I'm like, what is Edelweiss?
I had no idea. Never heard that in my life.
Yeah, I used to ski in junior high and high school, snow ski. And there was a snow ski, there was a ski and snow jacket and goggle store in Greensboro, North Carolina that I got skis, purchased skis and all my ski attire. And it was actually called Edelweiss, but I did not know why it was called that and that it meant anything.
I mean, I think Rick is the only person on this cast that would have picked up on that. We might have been there all day trying to find the right book.
Rick or Mac are the only two people that could have figured that out.
True. Yeah, Mac too. Yeah. But like, they would have been there all day, right? Like, they're lucky they put Rick in that room.
So Rick is guessing northeast Switzerland, and I'm like, okay.
I mean, Switzerland would have been my guess for Sound of Music. Like, I would have never guessed Austria.
No, I knew. Well, I've been to Austria. Is the only reason I knew that.
See, I've never been to Europe, so I wouldn't know that. But and I also haven't seen Sound of Music in probably 30 years. So
yeah, the last time I saw Sound of Music, I was probably 6 years old.
Same. Yeah. Like I was a kid.
So we used to have the summer movie kids series. So it was like $1 movie, $1 popcorn and drink, and your parents just drop you off. And So they do that now, and so I asked my 8-year-old's mom. I was like, "Hey, you want me to drop off Madeline and her friend?" She was like, "What are you talking about? You can't drop them off."
Yeah,
like,
no, I mean,
I was like, my mom used to drop me off. Sometimes she didn't pick me up.
It's a different world nowadays. I mean, I get
Apparently.
it. Like my wife would be exactly the same way. She'd be like, "No, you're gonna have to stay there and watch it with them or something," Like. I know that's what my wife would say. I
would have never gone to the summer movie series if that were the case for my mom.
I mean, it was different for us as kids growing up, man. It's just not the same world, unfortunately. The world's freaking stupid now.
Apparently. So let's see. In the chapel, canine is the clue. Janae guesses Beethoven because of the movie with the big dog.
That would have been my guess. I'm not going to lie. 100% I would have thought Beethoven.
Wow. See, I did not think Beethoven until Janae said it. I'm all over Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart because even though I didn't enjoy Sound of Music as a child, Amadeus was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
Oh, really? Interesting.
I don't know, something about it. I loved it.
A very eclectic choice there too, for that to be one of your favorite movies.
Hot take, 10-year-old Jonny Fairplay.
Very very hoity-toity of you.
I think the rationale, and I have the record. Hold on, let's see if we can pull it real quick.
I will say while you're doing that, I would have thought 100% if I heard K9 and music, my brain, maybe being a 90s kid, thinks Beethoven. Like 1000%, I'm thinking K9, music sheets in front of me. It has to be Beethoven. Otherwise, I would have not. Mozart wouldn't have even been in question. Like I know Wolfgang Mozart. I would have never been able to tell you his middle name either. Amadeus, had no idea. Maybe that's just me.
That was the name of the movie. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, but see, I've never seen that movie. I have no idea.
Yeah. So
Jonny Fairplay's favorite.
Rock Me Amadeus by Falco was a very popular hit in my childhood as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, different eras.
Amadeus.
I mean, I know the song. Yeah.
Yes, I did find Two Tribes Go to War by Frankie Goes to Hollywood that was out around the same time. That's what I was, because my records for those, like I have records literally everywhere,
all over.
I did remember that time group right there in that section. So I was thinking Falco, but it was indeed Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Close,
very close.
Close for no cigar. So well, let's see. Allie guesses Mozart. Once again, 15 seconds, much like the key. She's killing it. And so people come to the dungeon to inform Mac of all these stupid clues that make no sense to anyone. And they're like, hey, have you ever heard the word Edelweiss? And she was like, never. Oh, yeah, that's Sound of Music. We're in Austria.
Yeah, I mean, why would you go in there and give anyone any information?
Because I don't think they understand. Like, I think everyone except for Rick and Mac were morons.
Yeah, but even Rick, when he came in and told about how Allie found salt and then found the salt shaker, he gave away probably the biggest clue.
Because salt didn't make sense for Northeast Switzerland.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a clue. And he was thinking salt was just the clue for the salt shaker, not for the area.
Maybe.
So he didn't think he was giving away anything.
Also, when Rick wakes up and all of a sudden has an epiphany that, oh, we're in Austria and it's Salzburg, how do you all of a sudden just think that? Like, like how does that, like, something that just comes to you? I don't know. It's just when you're so transfixed on one thing, I found it hard to believe.
Because I think Edelweiss, I think Edelweiss came like I think that if we were Sound of Music aficionados, we would that word would trigger and probably in your deep sleep you're like, holy shit, I got it.
Imagine they would have got like any other cast, like got a cast full of Shanes for this, like imagine how that would have turned out. We would have no show. They'd still be out there filming right now because they'd still be confused.
No, they would just one item at a time just place on the box.
Maybe, yeah, but figuring out where you're at, like by those clues.
Well, as I said, the closest is the closest.
Yeah, it's just wild to me.
That's it. So one of the clues for the salt shaker was reflect on the past. As soon as I saw the reflect, I was just like, it's gonna be a reflective or a mirrored thing.
Okay, I knew you picked up on that.
I picked up a mirror. I was looking for Rick for a mirror.
Yeah.
So not the actual mirror itself. So, but Rick figured out the vessel, and then he didn't piece together to look to use the mirror. But yeah, so the mirror part, I'm like, all right, I wouldn't be too bad here. I'm not Rick good, but I'm good.
Yeah. I would have been looking for things around the mirror or on the mirror, but not in the mirror. So that's something I would have had to work on.
Yeah, well, Allie gets it. It's Salzburg, and at this point, I realized, did Jeffrey even bother going to Austria, or did he just have this day off and he was there the next day?
I think he was there the next day, because a lot of the times they do the voiceovers and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's even a part where Biggie's talking to Mac, and Mac's like revealing that they're in Salzburg, and she's like, "How are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm doing this and that," and it doesn't show his mouth, and it just shows her laughing. It's like, that's clearly something pieced apart, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, we have some of that. So, well, Allie can invite a friend up to the room with a view. Shane's got an upgrade at Hotel Horror, and I'm like, they're gonna seal the deal. He goes to the room. He's grabbing ass. Some serious grab ass is happening.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Boy's like, I'm getting laid tonight.
Well, hold on. Fast forward. We'll get there. So, Cott's in the dungeon. They look like they suck. Biggie hated the dungeon. Allegedly, he slept in closets before. He slept on couches. I think we all would have guessed that. He done. Biggie has couch surfer vibes.
Biggie's definitely couch surfer vibes for sure. Yeah. Like, he has no problem on Cott.
Yeah, he's just like, hey man, you let me sleep on your couch tonight. I got you free pancakes tomorrow. Aha.
Hey man, you got room in your barn so I can sleep on some hay? Like, I can see him laying on a haystack.
But he's trading out flapjacks for room and board.
You know, he loves his IHOP.
He does. It's free.
That is owned by Rick.
It is owned by Rick, of course. So Rick has figured out the clues in his deep sleep. Allie wakes up. She says, the best sleep ever. I'm like, oh, she got some. But if you're paying attention, they're still wearing the same clothes from the night before. Who sleeps in their fucking clothes?
Yeah, I did notice that they went to bed in those clothes. But I don't know. I couldn't tell, because she was wearing jeans, and when they got out, they were wearing shorts and stuff. Did you notice that?
No, he was wearing shorts. She was still wearing jeans.
Was she still wearing jeans?
Yes.
I swear I thought she was wearing something else. But yeah, I mean, who knows? But I could not do
I think there was some heavy petting going on, but I don't think they sealed the deal.
by that grab ass when he came into the room and told me something different. Also, real quick, before we get too far ahead of it, when they're in the dungeon and all of a sudden it's about to go to commercial and it says like 2:30 in the morning, and then Janae's like, call me an Uber and all this stuff, like, I thought they were going to do something with that. Like, we're going to come back from commercial and they're going to be like hearing noises and like they're going to have a clip from that. That was it. There was literally nothing. All of a sudden it's just 6 a.m. and everyone's waking up. I was like, what? Why include that if like you're not going to give us more?
Why not include the fight between Janae and Kim over homeless people in Hawaii?
Because it's not Love Island, and we would have had that on Love Island.
Would we? I don't know. So, Love Island, there's a lot of talking through feelings, Bobby. Are you a feeling stalker?
I can be, yeah. I can be a feelings stalker. I more so internalize my feelings because it's better sometimes to just not say stuff.
Would you be shocked to discover that I am not a feeling stalker?
I'm not shocked at all. Not shocked at all.
Yeah.
I feel like you are, from what I've known you over the last couple of years, and especially in the last year, you more so are like, whatever. You know, like you're not one to hold a grudge or really internalize things too much. You're just kind of like, it is what it is. You know, like
I'm going to do something else that's really awesome. So why fuck with that?
And see, I'm more of like, oh crap, what did I do wrong? What can I do to make this better? All this stuff. Like, I'm the more like trying to resolve the situation rather than.
Nah, I'm just on to the next. Like I got a massage the other day, and the lady's just like, she's like, what did you do to your hip? And I'm like, what are you talking? She goes, does it hurt? And I'm like, oh, I guess. And she was like, you don't know? And I'm like, I don't think about it. And she was like, how do you not think that you're hurt? And I'm like, I don't know, because I'd just be walking around all day going, my hip hurts.
I mean, I wish I had that power. I wish I had that superpower to just not think about these. At work the other day, I turned and my freaking knee popped, and ever since then, it's been like super sore and swollen, and I'm pretty sure it's like strained or something. Like I maybe sprained my meniscus or something. I don't know what it is, and I think about it constantly. Johnny be like, "Oh yeah, let's go run 3 miles."
Yeah. No, like Jessica will come home and she was just like, "What did you eat today?" I was just like, "I don't think I ate." And she's like, "How did you?" I'm like, "I didn't think about it."
Oh, see, I can't do that. I mean,
Like I make lists for myself. I'm just like, okay, like, I need to do all these eBay orders. I got to do 3 podcasts. I got to watch these 2 shows. I'm gonna get in 3 miles. I want to hit the chiropractor. I want to go wash my car. So if I don't write eat on my list, I don't eat.
so you're
Because
a
I'm
notes
looking
guy.
at a list with 15 things. I'm just like, if I can knock out this entire list, it's a pretty good day.
So you're a notes guy. So you have to have like literally notes written down or on your phone.
Well, I have a lot of mental notes, but I also like to write them down. Like I feel if I enjoy drawing that line through something.
See, I do notes for bills, and that's it. Like, unless it's like
I do it
that
for
or
life.
me spending out or sending out sports cards and stuff. Like, that's the only thing I keep notes on. Otherwise, everything's just up here.
Yeah. So I don't know. But watching Love Island, she was just like, you see how they're talking about their feelings? I'm just like, oh my God, shoot me.
Like, if all of a sudden she did something to piss you off, and you were on Love Island, right? And Jessica does something to piss you off that or like affects you in some way, you would just not say anything about it.
Yeah, like if she was like, can I pull you for a chat? I'm like, no, because I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of situation.
We're closed off.
I will say in that kind of situation, I'm very similar where there's no winning at times with my wife, where like there's just certain things like politics or something like we can't have a discussion on, like, because she's very set in her ways on things, and I might be more side one way or the other. I just don't even bring it up, especially when she's been drinking. No way.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, I mean, but with Jessica, she's like, you back? I lost you for a second.
I think.
Okay. Yes. I think you're back.
All right. We're back.
All right. So, yeah. No, with Jessica, like, it's just like, I want to talk about this. And, I don't, but I'm just like, okay, I will, because I just want to get through this so I can cross off my list. And then, so I just sit there and listen. She's like, so you're not going to say anything? And I'm just like, oh God. I'm like, I just fucking listened. Wasn't that enough?
Yeah. I mean, I can side with you on that.
We both have to share our feelings.
See, I feel like I more so share my feelings when it's other people other than my significant other. Like, not that I don't share my feelings
with anyone. I don't care. I'm like, if I'm having a bad day, I'm just like, guess what? Tomorrow I'm going to Tennessee. We're great. Who cares?
Oh, see, I can't do that, because like when I get home from work and I had some crappy customers or a shitty situation happen at the bar, I immediately go to my wife and we just talk about like her work environment, which is very similar to mine, and we just talk about how crazy of a situation that we had that day, and like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this freaking regular did this or whatever, and that's one thing we will discuss. But when it comes to like anything, some people would say major or like situations, I'll be like, okay, you win. I don't want to talk.
Yeah. So no, like my work chat is, I'm like, can you believe Bobby's not 5'2"? She's like, no. I'm like, me neither. It's like, all right, turn on Love Island.
Still with the 5'2". I don't know how people think. Is it because I'm like down shorter on this screen than you are?
Maybe.
My chair just goes lower than my computer, apparently. Maybe I need to angle my camera like up here so you get like better shot.
I think you need to do that. Yeah.
Because I'm definitely 6'3".
Yeah.
You've seen me in person.
Who's to say? Was that really you? Was that a surrogate Bobby?
Was that a figment of our imagination?
Like, talk about these 5 things, these 5 things only. Don't worry, Fairplay will not pry. He doesn't care.
I mean, it was a drunken memory that night. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
After you made me walk.
Remember when we went to Runyon Canyon? No. Remember how we threw up? Barely.
We go out to eat Mexican food with Chef Aaron Sanchez and have a few shots, and then let's go walk a mountain.
Yes.
Sounds great. It was great.
A canyon, not only a mountain, a canyon. All right. Allie and Shane not sealing the deal, allegedly. Look out the window. It's fake Julie Andrews doing Sound of Music. So it has to be Vienna. We locked it in. We're done.
Has to be the biggest town in Austria. Like, obviously, that's what my guess would have been.
That's what my guess would have been.
I mean, I can't blame them. I would have thought, okay, there's only one place I know in Austria, and it's Vienna, so it's got to be Vienna.
Oof. So, at this point, Mac reveals the social game of the game is kind of annoying, and I'm like, I'm with you, sweetheart.
Yeah, especially when you got lovebirds to your left, you got newbies to your right, like,
and feelings.
Yeah, yeah,
the worst. All right, Mac tells Biggie at Salzburg. This will come back to bite her in her non-Biggie loving ass.
Oh, my phone's ringing. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute myself for a second.
So Mac tells Biggie that worst move of the season thus far as revealing information is concerned. Rick tells Peter, who of course will tell Janae, and we are now 32 miles away from Destination X. The window opens. Holy moly! The door opens. Holy moly! Two holies, two molies. And as a result, that means they get to go outside. It's Jeffrey. He introduces us to his Heidi Ho. Is that, wow, I don't, is that how that went in the, Bobby? That was his Heidi Ho?
When I heard that, I was just like, what did they call them? Like the belching Berthas?
His number one ho, his number one Heidi Ho was Constance, and they were the belting Berthas.
It's Heidi Ho. I mean, hey, there you go. Like, yeah, he was like Heidi Ho, everybody.
Yeah, so,
I guess that's Austria.
Well, there's yodeling, and I'm reminded of my favorite yodeler and favorite yodeler friend, Jewel.
Jewel is a yodeler, that is for sure.
She is a very good yodeler. There you go. I guess she learned yodeling living in her car in Alaska. Probably watching The Sound of Music.
Do you know Jewel?
Yeah.
Really?
So I won Celebrity Bull Riding, who was hosted by Ty Murray, the greatest bull rider of all time. And at that point in time, I think they were engaged. They were at least boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't think they got married. They may have gotten married. But Ty Murray is the godfather of my oldest daughter.
Really?
Yeah. And on Celebrity Bull Riding, we had a big barbecue one night, and they had some guitar players and stuff, and they asked, Jewel asked Vanilla Ice to sing his song on the porch. And he was like, I'll sing my song if you sing your song. And so she did that Who Will Save Your Soul, her big hit. She sang that, and then Vanilla Ice sang his song. And on the episode, my confessional, I was like, wow, I never thought I'd see Jewel open up for Vanilla Ice. How cool is that? And as the episode's airing, in the commercial break, my phone rings. It's Jewel. Fuck you, motherfucker. I didn't open up for Vanilla Ice. I was like, Jewel, how's it going?
How dare you offend Jewel like that?
I did. I told Vanilla Ice that story. He loved it. Vanilla Ice also, like a few months later, me, Vanilla Ice, and Jewel and Ty, we were in Los Angeles, and we went. Ty was like, "Hey, do you guys want to? You guys want to go out to eat? I'll pick you guys up at the hotel." So he picked us up, and he's like, "This is my favorite Mexican spot." And it was El Compadre. And I was like, that's my favorite Mexican spot. And then that's where I took you.
That's where you took me. Yeah. No. It is home of the stars, apparently.
It is. Yeah. So yeah.
And Jack Black went to the Rite Aid we went to. I sent you the video on that.
Yeah.
Where he was getting harassed by a paparazzi in front of the Rite Aid we were at. So it's just,
there we go.
You run into anyone down there.
So at this point, I'm just like, Janae amuses herself with her confessionals, but doesn't amuse me.
Yeah, Janae's confessionals are I mean, I get it. They got to have someone there to liven it up a little bit. And I don't think, maybe you get that out of Biggie, but I don't think Mac's giving us a funny confessional, and like, at least Janae is kind of more so, oh, I think I'm with it, but I'm not fully with it type of.
This was Janae on Love Island. Like, I didn't mind Janae, pulling someone for a chat or, hooking up during the challenges and all that. The confessionals killed me because it's a fake voice and she tries to be clever and it's lots of swings and misses.
Yeah. I mean, the self-deprecation.
But she leaves like like she was like, killed it.
Yeah.
Best confessional ever.
Yeah.
But whereas like when I'll do like a dad joke, here on the podcast or on a confessional, I know it's not a home run.
Yeah.
Like I leave with the confidence, I was just like, hey, hilarious, right? I know it was a dud. I don't think Janae does.
Some people just aren't self-aware. Some people aren't self-aware. I mean,
but I do look in the mirror and I'm pretty happy.
I love it. Like at work and stuff. So the Bobby you get on the podcast is different than the Bobby you get in real life. Obviously,
the one in real life is much taller.
I definitely can have some office humor at times, I would say. And so at work, the other day, someone's like, man, you are the funniest person here. And I was like, that is the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me.
Yeah, you definitely don't do that on the podcast.
I definitely don't do that on podcast. Maybe it's a self-unsure thing that I could be.
You killed on the roast.
I thought the roast did really well. I wrote that like 30. Yeah, there it is. I wrote that like 30 minutes too.
But I think we all wrote our roast in 30 minutes. Just some were immensely better than others.
Killed it too.
Yeah, Gabe wrote his in 30. Whoa, I wrote mine in 30 minutes.
No, you did great too. The thing
was supposed to say, yeah, that was obvious.
I'm not on it right now. I'm not on my game when I'm in the middle of a podcast. No, but
some of the podcast, Bobby. Listeners love it.
I love War Dog and all those guys, but like some of them, I don't think they knew what a roast was coming.
I think they said they did and they didn't.
Yeah, I think they were thinking, oh, we're gonna come here and just talk good things about people, and
we're gonna say good things about Matt Bischoff and Matt Bischoff only.
Yeah, and I came in freaking guns a blazing. Like I wasn't gonna go and do that to Lex or to War Dog or to I just didn't. I don't know them, so I was not gonna do that. But you did. but you, Gabe, and Matt were completely fair game.
Yeah. Well, everyone was fair game. That's how a roast works.
Exactly.
Yeah. But and you were on the bubble if you could even show up. So I was just like, I got one line for Bobby. That's it.
Oh, I was sitting there on my phone while watching my daughters dancing. And I was like,
yeah, dad of the year.
Oh, yeah, dad of the year, 100%. And while writing my jokes in the same phone while watching. And I remember at one point, I'm like, okay, it just started. The class just started. Gabe went for like 10 minutes. Like I was like, we're gonna be fine. Like I'll have plenty of time. I can get home, maybe even grab some beers on the way home, and then I'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
We're like 20 minutes after Gabe, and it's like the last person going, and I'm like, I need to go outside. I have to go outside and do this now, or else I'm not even getting on the podcast. And all of this was for nothing. And I loved my jokes, by the way.
Yeah, I know they were great. So.
I told my wife, I was like, I'm gonna have like 4 different parts where I'm gonna make fun of Johnny and his belt.
Sure.
Life could always be worse.
Yeah, no, I'm going to Labor Day weekend. I'm like Jimmy Buffett. I'm going for a Labor Day weekend show. Come Monday. There you go. Check it out. It's a reference. Okay. I go. So the show is on Sunday. I fly in on Thursday morning. To practice a match.
Oh, okay. So it must be a big match for you. Because when have you ever practiced a match?
Never.
So you can actually wrestle?
That's the word on the street.
All right, I got to see video footage of this.
Yeah. Follow Boca Raton Championship Wrestling on YouTube.
And I want you, if and when you win, I want you to be like, Bobby, this was for you.
Oh, sure.
I want that so I can watch it.
As long as there's a hot chick with big tits named Bobby on the front row. Bobby Billiard, what's up?
This is Boca Raton Wrestling. We can make this happen. Okay.
You can be there Labor Day. Boca Raton.
We'll see. We gotta get me on a plane, and that's a hurdle.
Oh,
so
jeez. It's not
I
that
can
bad.
fly. I can fly. Don't get me wrong, but
Okay.
it's monetarily.
All right, well,
it's a
we'll see what flights are. I think you fly. I don't even know. I think you fly into Fort Lauderdale. So we'll look at flights. There might be like a Spirit Airlines deal. So like
Yeah.
Gabe was looking, like Gabe's coming from Baltimore to see me. It's $19 to fly here.
That's
literally $19.
Yeah, I'm coming from California where everything's crazy expensive.
Who knows? Who's to say? So,
We'll look into it.
All right. Well, it's the yodeling challenge, and you're not going to believe this, Bobby. Rick is a professional tune identifier and a professional runner.
Another thing. Also,
Yes.
did you see when he grabbed that and he started running? Janae just grabbed a random one and was starting to run behind him like that was going to change anything. Like, if you don't have the right one, you don't have the right one. You can't just grab a random one.
See, this is the Janae that I love. This is Janae in game on Love Island is great. Janae's confessionals with nailed it, don't love.
Yeah, I got that was pretty funny to me because I just saw her in the background just grab a random one and just start running behind him like she's gonna catch him. He's like 30 yards away.
Who cares?
Why not?
I love the moxie. So no, that's the Janae that I was rooting for on Love Island. Not to win, but I'm just like, she can be in love. I'm not against it.
What did you think of Rick's form while running too? Like he looked like the Terminator out there running.
I think Rick runs 2 to 5 miles a day, like Jonny Fairplay.
Hey, good for him. That was what was the bad guy in Terminator 2? The T something T2000 or whatever.
T2, yeah.
T2. So like,
I think he's the T1000. The movie's Terminator 2. I think he's the T. I don't know,
whatever he was. But so when he's running, he's like running like this with that was Rick. That would have been the perfect time.
I do not have that form. I am constantly like the other day, it was last Monday. It was 8:30 at night. It was like 93 degrees all day long, and I'm like, I cannot run in this. So finally at 8:30 at night, it was like 86 degrees. I'm like, okay, well, this is 9 degrees less. And Monday Night Raw was on Netflix. So I'm literally watching Monday Night Raw on my phone and running 3 miles. And I'm like, this is like, this cannot be, like, you should not be staring at your phone while you're running on a running trail.
Oh, it was Robert Patrick, and it was a T1000.
T1000. My first guess was T1000.
That would have been the perfect time for our host to say something about the Terminator because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh my God!
That's what I'm saying. It would have been the perfect time.
Oh wow! I think Jeffrey D. Morgan really phoned it in on this episode.
Yeah, because that was just like when I saw that, I was like waiting for that to happen.
Yeah. So. All right, well, guess what? Rick's right, of course, and he can pick one player to be safe. He chooses Biggie because Biggie's a good old dude, and he doesn't expose his alliance with Peter and Janae.
Hold on, sorry, I'm getting a call again. I think that he did the right move here of well, obviously we see that Peter is going to give that information to Janae, and everyone else expects them not to know anything of where they're at or anything. So it was the right move, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, well, it's 21 miles to Destination X. Peter tells Janae. Shane is positive that's Vienna. Biggie tells Shane it's not. It's Salzburg. But don't tell Max. She'll never trust him again. We're at the X. It's Shane, Janae, Peter, and Max to the map room. They all choose Salzburg. It is a tie. I was hoping that Shane was going to go the Vienna side of Salzburg just to hedge his bet.
I honestly, though, I thought that that's what they're going to come down to. I thought they were going to do based off of like where their bus is located right now.
Yeah.
The closest ping in Salzburg to that location.
To the bus.
Yeah. That's where I thought we were going.
But it's not. It's they're all willy-nilly close enough about it, and it's a tie. And as a result, we have a tiebreaker. And it was, what year was the Museum Castle founded? And the answer was 1191. And the person that was the closest had the power to eliminate. And
I think they wanted to save Janae here. I think the show wanted to save Janae because she was easily the furthest off. And I thought they were going to be who's the furthest off is the one that goes home. And instead, they change it up, knowing that Peter was the closest, being like, okay, now whoever was the closest gets to eliminate someone. And I thought they were really thinking they were going to get rid of Shane here.
Yeah. I think they don't care if Shane or Matt goes. I think they want Janae on the show because of the Love Island audience, and they're correct.
Gotcha. I mean,
those are viewers. I sent you the viewership from last week. Pretty shockingly strong.
Shockingly strong, but like I feel like we're not seeing it anywhere. We're not getting the same amount of attention.
So, well, Peter chooses to eliminate Mac because that's the strongest adversary. Shane's dumb. He's not worried about Shane taking him out. And Jeffrey D. Morgan says, "Say what you got to say and get off my bus."
Yeah, Mac kind of went out without like really even calling Peter out or anything. Like, I love Mac. I think Mac is great, and I think that she took it well. I mean, it was funny when she was like, not funny, but it was interesting to see her having emotion in the confessional. She was like, I never do this. I guess.
Yeah. She was like, this sucks. There's tears. I'm like, oh my God, stop crying, Mac. You don't cry.
Exactly. And I appreciate Mac. Honestly, Mac was, as much as we just didn't get a lot from Mac early on, like we got really early, but then we kind of got nothing in like episodes 3 or 4. And then we started to pick up on Mac. And especially when Biggie was talking about, oh, I would, go after Mac, like in the real life and all this stuff. Like, I was like, all right, I think either we're getting a Mac boot or we're starting to get a Mac winner edit. And every time we think we're getting a winner edit, it ends up not being the case.
Yeah.
So that doesn't bode well for Rick's saying that we think it's Rick's game to lose at this point. But having said that, I think Mac was a great character. I think she played a phenomenal game and knew her shit. But I really would love to see Mac on Traders.
I'd like to see Mac on all right. Real Madrid is up 1-0 over because I'm watching this delayed. I'm not we didn't record earlier. They're beating Juventus. There's money on the line, Bobby. 70, we're in the 76th minute. Just fucking close this shit out.
Did you watch the US game a couple days ago? The Gold Cup game?
Oh my God. I had a $1,300 parlay going, and in that game, betting ended at regulation.
Oh. So you couldn't so you didn't win because it was after
it was
regulation.
A tie at the end of regulation. It went to overtime.
That's
and then went
stupid.
to sudden death afterwards. And I'm like, screw you, man.
That's stupid. Like, why wouldn't it just go to the end of the game?
Goes to the end of the game.
Because it's not like it makes sense if it's a game that can end in regulation as a tie. But when it's not a game that doesn't end in regulation, then you should go to the end of the game.
Yeah. So that one was because I was sitting here screaming, rooting, and I'm like, what?
That sucks. What was the spread?
Well, I mean, I had a big parlay going, and it just.
Damn.
So yeah, it was the $1,300 parlay and just destroyed.
Oh, that's rough. It was a crazy game, and then coming into sudden death.
And it was on Fox prime time Sunday night, and for everyone, there's like soccer's boring, to go to overtime, to go to a shootout, then go to sudden death. I'm like, are you kidding? America wins.
I will say this too. I care when it's Team USA. When it's anything else, I could really don't have a dog in the fight. But when it's Team USA, I mean, that's our country. I'm going to always root for Team USA. And seeing them go, when people say that soccer is boring, if you would have been at my bar when that game was on, we had a bunch of people. No one was like, oh, I'm here to watch this game. Everyone watching each one of those penalty kicks was like, oh, no, yes. Like it was, and these are just normal like couples going out to dinner, and everyone was involved. Like that's when it's great. If it was, Inter Milan versus Inter Miami, no one really gives a shit, right?
Yeah, no, but it was, Costa Rica. Here's the beauty of the game. So I was mowing my grass during the game, and so I'd come in. It was 1-0, and then it was 2-1, and then 2-2, whatever.
Yeah.
So every time I'm in, I think it's because like the USA has these white jerseys typically when I've seen them. So I thought they were the white. So anyway, I'd come in and I wouldn't see a score, but I was just like, come on. So I was rooting for Costa Rica every time I came in to score without knowing that I was rooting for Costa Rica.
You're like, man, why do we never have the ball?
Until the 70th minute, and I'm just like, oh my God, I've been rooting for the wrong team. Are you kidding me?
Hey, and fun fact, they were actually at US Bank Stadium, home of the Minnesota Vikings.
They were? I was aware of that.
Yeah.
So I would be remiss if I didn't mention that when Jeffrey comes on the bus, he's just like, there's a lot of talking going on, and you shouldn't be.
Exactly.
Yeah, he likes cheating, and he does not like sharing of information.
That is true. I mean, and he was the first to rat everyone out.
Oh, yeah. She gets off the bus, and she was just like, what she does admit, she goes, she never gets emotional. She goes, but it's worth it to get close to people. And I'm like, is it? And then Jeffrey D. Morey is just like, hey, just a heads up. Rick told Janae and Peter it was Salzburg, and Biggie told Biggie told Shane, and we also have a confessional from Biggie, which is like, it's my fault. I feel so stupid. Yes.
Can I be honest with you? Jeffrey Dean Morgan, in that moment when he's sharing all the information to Mac, as soon as she gets off the bus, he's like, so did you hear this? Reminded me of freaking Olandria from Love Island. Like,
Olandria just walks around collecting and distributing tea as she feels.
Watching this show, she'll be like, oh man, you need to do something about it. Like that guy's talking to your girl. Like, I'm all in your corner. Like, this is what you should do. Then immediately goes to the other dude and be like, so this is what he said.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, wow. Like, way to have no one's back in this thing. And then immediately goes back to the other guy and is like, guess what I just picked up on here to help you. Everyone's she's the mom.
I like Alandria. She's fun. So she's got all the tea, though. All the tea. So last night, without spoiling anything, never mind. It's a different person. Okay, don't worry about it. All right. So Rick agrees with the move, with the Mac move by Peter, and that's it. We're out of Austria. Who knows where we're going next? And
we got no next on.
We might have. We might have after. Who's to say? We didn't get next on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. We didn't get next. Well, we got next on last time.
I know. We usually get next on.
Yeah.
I don't know. So with that, there was a lot. This one, tomorrow we're gonna have Mac on the podcast. We're gonna be doing an interview. Lots of questions. Is Biggie her type? Do we want a $10 bet on this?
No, because I think we're both in the same corner.
Yeah, we're. Yeah. I would like to bet Biggie on this.
I was gonna say maybe bet Biggie, and then it might be a different ball game. But yeah, no, I watch Mac on like Love Island, Island would be like, not about it.
All right, have you seen any challenges yet on Love Island?
I've seen some very interesting risque challenges. That's
all of them. That's all of them.
How is this like on TV? Some of these things.
Okay. All right. So, beyond that, what do they fucking win?
They win. That's a good question.
They don't win anything. It's just like, so they make out with everyone else that is not in their couple. I mean, just hardcore all in. They come back and just like, wow, I feel like you were a little, that was a little lot. He's like, no. It's just a challenge. What did you win, motherfucker?
It's a great point. Like,
there is never a prize, Bobby, ever.
I guess I didn't put two and two together. It's not like safety or anything. Like
I get so bothered. Like just because they go there, like it's a challenge. Yeah, we're gonna make out with everybody. And I'm like, oh my god, Like they're literally risking their relationship, and just is like, yeah, but they gotta win.
Like that 7 minutes in heaven game where they're like riding the bull or whatever, or they're riding the log or whatever. I'm like, what is this? Like, this is just like soft.
Just run to someone and make out as hard as you can.
It's crazy. I mean, and it's funny too because like everyone's down to make out with everybody.
Everyone.
Right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
There's no one like,
you're my best friend's girl. Let's extra make out.
Yeah. I'm like, there's no like, are these people all just okay with like open relationships, or is this just like?
I hope they're okay with open sores.
I mean, it's gonna come back that Love Island generated the most STDs out of any program.
I think they are. I think if this show, if you want to hook up with someone after a reality show, like I think these guys have gone through every, like, I mean, they like STDs that aren't even out yet. They're checking them for those.
They were talking about STDs at one point too. And they were like, you know, it was just very interesting. Like this show is one step away from softcore porn, is it not?
Yeah.
Like, and this
is not season 1 of Love Island on CBS.
No, and this could never.
I tapped out on that shit. I'm like, this shit is a snooze fest. And then everyone's like, you got to watch again. I'm just like, dude, I saw. They're like, you haven't watched. And now I'm like, holy moly.
Like, this is just like, there's nothing but hooking up. And I mean, imagine what they don't show us. Imagine if it's like Big Brother eventually, and you get live feeds.
Oh no! So we've had there's plenty of, like, there's one couple, like, the next day is just like, so we did it last night. It's like, you seriously, like, greatest 18 seconds of my life. And I'm
how
like,
have they not been doing it every night? Because it seems like
18 seconds. That was their first time, and then we get a follow up. It's just like second best time in my entire. It's like what, 40 seconds? Like, they're just like, these studs got 18 and 40 seconds in them.
I guess camera shy.
I'm a thoroughbred.
Like, it also just like the fact that like these people, like the little short guy, like the Kevin Hart dude, like
the short king, Ace,
short king, sure, yeah, that has a million.
He's not a short king, but he's allegedly 5'10". I don't believe it for a second.
I don't believe that at all. Maybe 5'6", and maybe he's what you think I am.
Maybe, maybe
but
he's also going to be 5'2".
Does he not have enough tattoos to like let you know what his name is? Like, there's an ace of spades. There's ace on his back. I'm like, this guy's the most self-absorbed person.
Oh, he loves himself.
How do you get 20 tattoos? And just in case anyone forgets your name, you can just point anywhere on your body and, hey, this is who I am.
And he's playing everybody. Like anybody, he goes there, he's like, oh yeah, don't talk to them.
Also, guy doesn't like any physical touch, right? But then it's just making out in these challenges and dying to make out.
Dying to make out.
But I don't like physical touch.
Yes. No, he is playing Traitors and Survivor while the rest of them are playing The Bachelor.
All of a sudden, this became a Love Island podcast. Maybe I'll have to come on with you and then just talk about what I know.
Yeah. Well, no, you'll catch up. You guys gonna have a sick day, and you're gonna catch up real quick, and then it's gonna kill you. As soon as you get caught up, it's the worst.
We watched like 6 episodes that night, and I was just like, 5 of them, I was just like, oh my God, just get through this. Like, what is this show? Like, it's just humping. And
you're not watching the After Sun podcast, right?
No, we skipped those ones.
Yeah.
There's no chance in the world I'm watching that shit.
Yeah. Last season, Johnny Bananas was on the After Sun podcast.
That's fine. I don't even care if you were out there. I wouldn't watch that. Like,
I didn't want I saw like 12 seconds of it, and it's this girl, the Scottish chick that sounds like she's gargling glass. She's the worst. Yeah. She's on Traitors right now. Is why she's not hosting this season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but even when she comes back, I'm like, extra now.
Yeah, I could give 2 shits what people think about the show and the drama. Like, this is a chick show, but it's got so much drama that it includes the guys, because we're like, oh my God, these people are a mess.
Did you get the Mamacita? I'm a mommy. Did you miss that episode?
Oh no, I saw that episode. Okay. Yeah. What happened there again?
Mamacita?
Yeah. Yes. I'm a mommy. Yeah, Mamacita. Yeah.
I'm a mom.
Like a
You have
dog
a
ball?
dog?
Like a dog? It's like, no, like a real, like a mother. Yeah,
I'm a
your
mommy.
mother.
Mamacita?
Yeah, my wife said that was going viral.
Yes, big time.
But yeah, no, I've seen a couple of TikToks and stuff, but I stay away from it because one,
Yeah.
I don't really care, and two, I also don't want to be spoiled on what's
Yeah,
happened.
it's
But
crazy.
those two things don't go hand in hand, but they kind of do. So
I think I've cried twice this season already.
you've cried, Johnny. For this?
Yes. I am
The guy
all
that
in.
shows no emotion.
Yeah, and I hate almost all these people.
I hate everything about this show.
Yes.
I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, I get that there's drama and stuff. I still hate everything about it. Like,
oh God, Austin, what a loser.
I don't even remember which one Austin is at this
He's
point.
he's the tall guy that talks. I
I'll tell you something off camera what I thought about that guy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, let's wrap it up. Everybody join us tomorrow. We got Mac. We got earlier tonight, we had Gabe's Big Move. Check that out on the podcast network. Tomorrow morning, I got the Naked and Afraid Last One Standing podcast. Holy moly, there's some crazy shit going on there. And and then we got July 4th. Everybody have a happy 4th of July holiday week celebration. If you're not in America, now's not the time to move here. But if you are, stay safe. Everyone, please stay safe.
God bless America.
God bless America. See you next time.
Bye, guys.